As I came up the steps the first day, a third-year student whom I happened to know, and I also knew was a wise guy, said to me, "Joe, you can save a lot of time if you don't bother to read the cases." Well, at a school that's all case law, I knew he was wrong. So to the incoming and to the would-be, if you want to practice law, read the cases. Recognize that things change. Recognize that it's your job at some point in time to help make those changes for the good. The Plessy versus Ferguson gave us segregated schools. Brown versus the school board righted it. It was lawyers who helped make this a better world. If you want to be a lawyer, great. But read the cases, keep an open mind, and above all, remember what they teach you here. Remember that legend, he knows not the law, because that's important.
Oh, I really am not qualified to give advice. From the way the dean described your current student body, they are so exceptional and extraordinary that it would be an act of hubris on my part to make any suggestions.
All I can say is that absorb all you can and put it into practice as well as you can. Reminds me of the old saying, "To the known self be true, shall follow the law. It shall follow as the night the day, there canst be false to no man." And that is, in essence, is good advice to any lawyer.
Law has become a very different profession than when I graduated law school. When I graduated law school, you took anything that came through the door. So you were proficient in a lot of subjects and an expert in none. Today, they pigeonhole lawyers when they graduate from law school into various departments, and whether they like it or not. And so you have lawyers assigned to the corporate department, the labor department, tax department, and so forth. I liked it better when we had an opportunity to choose what we wanted to be. So today, graduating from law school is different than when I graduated from law school.
Be passionate about the profession and try to make your mark. Try to do something to improve the profession and to make the world, even whatever your small part of it is, a better place.
Never go into the law just because there's some money in it, because there isn't always. It isn't as lush as it seems to be on the outside to many people. But I think that would be a wrong reason. The law is very majestic, I think.
My advice would be to get a degree in business administration as well. I think there's a tremendous future for anybody with a degree in business administration, in conjunction with a law school degree. I think nothing wrong with a law school degree, don't misunderstand me, but I do think that a degree in business administration can very enhance and supplement your degree as a lawyer.
Well, that's a tall order, really. Make the most of your education here. If you're going to be a trial lawyer, always treat your opponent with courtesy. Be a professional. It's not a war. Earn the trust of the court. That's about all I can say right now. I could spend hours talking about that subject.
I think not only working hard to get good grades and get the best clerkship, but I think working hard to really appreciate what's being offered and delve into this. You're really dealing with all the problems of the world. And the techniques by which you reach a correct decision, or at least a logical decision, in a particular case, I think is the same techniques that are necessary to solve our political problems, our economic problems, personal problems. You have to take the data, you have to take the facts. You have to superimpose that on the fact that we're human beings and imperfect. So I think you get all of that in the law and in the study of the law, which is offered in the law school. And I think it will serve anyone well in the rest of their lives.
I would learn the rules of court, the common pleas court and the municipal court. I think that probably is very important.
I've been retired for 17 years, and the world is a different place now. I don't think I can give you any advice that would be worth hearing.
That's hard because I've been practicing for over 50 years. My advice, of course, is hit the books.
Marry a rich girl.
Well, I really don't know that I can give advice. It's a different world today. They do much more. I hear about the kind of activities that today's law students here engage in before they come to law school and then after. That kind of pressure was not on us at that time. And it's both commendable to me that they do it, but at the same time, I don't know how much they pay for it in terms of family life or what have you. And I've been married since 1966 to the same person, and I'm very much family orientated. And I don't envy those who work in other fields and are constantly running almost 24/7 doing things, but I sort of feel that people need a family life to enjoy. So all I can say is try to balance what you do at school, and if you go into the profession, well, I don't know, there's a lot of people that don't go into the profession even though they graduate law school. And I feel whatever it is, the law school education is a help and should enrich their lives and make them more desirable in whatever future fields they wish to encounter.
It's crucial to have a balance in your career and in your life. Families and outside activities are important. We do get so involved in our practice of law that it could be to the exclusion of all else, but it should not be.
It taught me the essence of the law, the fact that you represent a client regardless of what side the client is taking. If he's a defendant, you take his side and try to do it as best you can. If he's a plaintiff, you do the same thing. You are beholden only to yourself and to the best interest of your client. And that stayed with me for as long as I practiced law. I practiced for about 60 years.
Preparation, preparation, preparation. That is the key to successful adversarial law practice. And anybody that intends to engage in adversarial law practice has to be prepared to put in the time and the work that preparation requires.
Studying the law gives you a perspective on human civilization and the purpose of human activity.
You make the best of what you can get. I'm not recommending everybody have 3 jobs, but I could have been a law clerk like everybody else and just be a law clerk and be done with it. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to do other things.
I think everything that makes a human being more knowledgeable about what went on in the world and what is going on in the world is helpful to you as a person and helpful to you as a lawyer.
I think being a lawyer is one of life's great privileges.
Think today, you won't believe it, but think, what would you say on your 50th reunion? Just think about that, and what is it that you want to do with your life?
It's a great life. Live it.